Welcome to the Two Posh Podcast.
I am Gabrielle. I'm a former New York Mafia princess, originally from Austria. I am the mother of 3 and the owner of Two Posh Boutique. And here with my beautiful co-host, Marcella, my daughter.
Hello, I'm Marcella. I'm a dancer, choreographer, model, and designer for Two Posh. And I say whatever the I want.
Hi, my name is Cruz. I am a stylist. I also own the Society Salon in the Design District, and I am a short little Mexican with a big personality.
I am Polly. I am a certified sexual health consultant and educator, former professional dominatrix, currently working at the largest adult novelty store in the Texas Panhandle.
What will they say next? Welcome to the Two Posh Podcast.
Well, welcome everybody. I feel like our tagline, "What will they say next?" is going to have a whole nother meaning today with our 2 guests. I welcome Danielle Demas and Liv Guley. Is that how you say it? Oh, wow. All right. Well, we'll welcome you. And we're so excited to have you guys here because I hear that you came up with the idea for us to do a gossip segment, which has caused a little bit of
Some
stuff.
commotion. Commotion, definitely.
Because Cruz and I, we love it. We think this is the best idea ever. And then there's this one.
I'm getting anxiety. I just don't think we should say names sometimes. I mean, it sometimes probably doesn't matter. Cruz's friends kind of got a little bit mad at him too.
They did. They sat me down and gave me this whole lecture, how, that's not cool. You're above this.
Oh,
I thought it was fun, So it actually started, I do Liv's hair and Cindy does Danielle's hair. And we all kind of always get the appointments together and just kind of start talking shit.
How
just,
fun.
And we have,
What a fun day. I know.
We have a blast. And I was like, this would be awesome to do on the podcast. Like, let's do that. And they're like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So here we are.
We're just going to go with it.
we're really happy to be here, to be honest.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
This is great.
Yeah.
So we wanted to, one day I feel like I want to have you each on individually and talk about you guys because that's a whole different thing. But today we're just going to have confessions of a cocktail.
Yes.
So people get ready because they're going to tell us everything.
And we are drinking margaritas.
Yes.
I have a Bloody Mary as well.
Cheers to that.
Get it down.
Bloody
Get
Mary
it
and
down.
margaritas.
Yeah, I got and a Yeti full of God knows what.
Triple fist.
Perfect.
And if you see that way right there, we are going to be on YouTube. So
Yes.
say hi.
You got to look at these hot. Everybody's a blonde except for Cruz.
No.
It's a sign you should go blonde.
Been there, done that.
Ooh.
Been there, done that.
So we thought we'd start out with each of you telling us how did you get into becoming cocktail? Is it cocktail waitress? What is it called? No.
Waitress, yeah.
Yeah,
Cocktail
waitress,
server, bottle girl,
yeah.
whatever
Got
you
it.
want to call
We
it.
don't discriminate. We can call it whatever.
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I was 17, started working at Hooters. I was a Hooters girl for many, many years.
Really?
And I did their calendar. I traveled all over with them. I
Oh, wow.
really, really loved it. It was amazing. Kind of grew out of that. And it was like, what's next? Like, what's my next move? And everyone's like, you should work in nightclubs. There's so much money. I thought, $400 or $500 for a lunch shift behind a bar serving beers was big money. And I was
That is
I'm
big
like,
money.
I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I could do that. And then you go into nightlife in the Dallas scene and it's like, you're working out with thousands of dollars and you're waiting on crazy people and it is just a whole different world and it sucked me in. And so I've been doing this now. I'm not going to say how old I am, but I've been doing this for quite a few years and everyone says, what's your next move? What's your next move? Oh, you should get a real job. When are you going to get a real job? I have a real job. I work 9 to 5. It's 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. I make double the money that y'all do. And I like to wake up on a Monday and fly to Vegas or fly to Cabo and come back from my job on Wednesday and work 4 hours and dance and drink with my friends. Like, that is my job.
I love that you say that because what even is a real job? and more.
I pay. I mean, AT&T gets real money, and my rent gets paid with real money, and those are real bills. And
money.
Exactly.
Right.
Anything
So like,
else, none of your concern.
what is a real job? Because I don't sit in a cubicle. I don't hover over you while you type your emails telling you when are you going to get a promotion. Like, this is my real job.
And
So.
it's your life, and it makes you happy.
And it makes me happy.
Yeah.
And I go out, like I said, I get dressed and I get to meet amazing people and work with my friends and drink and dance and laugh. And it's just a fun environment. Why would I go somewhere else?
How many days a week do you work?
I work Tuesday through. Right now I'm working Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, but I randomly pick up. Like I'll do
and Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, and Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and I'll randomly pick up on a Sunday or Thursday where I'm needed.
Okay.
And are you everywhere? Or are you, what places
I'm
are you at?
everywhere. So I'm at Sidebar, Longshots on Tuesday, that rotates. And then I do Candle Room on Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And then I randomly will pick up at like Bottle Blonde on a Sunday if they need me. And anywhere really, like somebody will just text me and say, hey, are you free? Can you work? Can you bartend? Can you cocktail? I do both. And I like money. So I go, I show.
Hustler
Yeah,
for sure.
hustler. And is that different outfits for each bar?
Yes.
Yes.
Every single
Oh my
every
goodness.
bar is something different. It goes from a corset to lingerie to a plain cocktail dress to
Okay.
a tank top, crop top, and leggings, just kind of depending on the night.
That's kind of hard to keep up with. My
yes,
gosh.
my
I
closet
will-
is huge.
I will say Bottled Blonde, I think when that first started, I loved their outfits. I was like, oh my God, they're dressed
Yeah.
the cutest.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom,
Yeah.
we should dress them.
Yeah, we
Because
went-
we had lingerie.
Yeah, we
That's
did one. So I opened Bottle when it first opened, and we wore a 3-piece set. It was like black with like red floral
Yeah,
kind of
That's what
designs.
I remember.
It was so cute. I loved it. Like
I loved it too because when we have boutique and I was always like, God, they did it right
Yeah.
the first time.
And I'm old school, so I started in this business back when like the typical black cocktail dress
Yeah.
was the attire.
yeah.
So for Bottle Blonde to come here and make such a bold move with that kind of dress was kind of like, oh my gosh, that's like, ooh, I can't bring my wife. Like, what am I going to do with my girlfriend? But for some crazy reason, it worked, and it segregated into like the whole. It kind of changed the dynamic of the Dallas scene. Everyone's kind of morphed into that lingerie, kind of sexy.
Yeah.
Shows a lot, but not too much. Still comfortable for the wife, but hot for the husband.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
Very Miami, Vegas. I feel like.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, Liv, tell us your.
So I started as a Twin Peaks girl. So I was in Scottsdale.
Oh, wow. How funny.
And
So who does that?
yeah.
Twin Peaks?
so I was there for a short time, like about a year, and then I decided I was gonna work for a bar in Old Town, which in Old Town, like that's the scene. So it's all like all the bars are in a little circle and everyone hops bar to bar. So I ended up working just like a little cocktail bar, and I would get all my regulars from Twin Peaks to come in and spend more than they did at the club after that, just from like 5 to 10 p.m. And then after 10 p.m., I was just kind of hanging out till 2. So I was making a lot of money there. And then the people that owned it actually asked me to go to Austin and move to Austin and open a bar for them there. So I did that, and I was in Austin for almost 2 years. And Austin's great. It's just great to visit. I hated living there.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I feel you.
it's like, okay, so
Same.
there's no professional sports. Like a college is great, but like I grew
yeah.
up on professional, so like that's not for me, right?
Okay.
Any music is a music festival. Like there's no concerts. So like it's ACL, South by Southwest.
right.
So you don't really get like, you know, we just had Maluma here. He would never go to Austin and just go a show. You'd have to go to the whole festival all day to see, you know, one person. Not really my style. So,
Got it. Okay.
I left Austin and I was like, do I move back home? Because I'm originally from Orange County. So I was like, do I move back home to Orange County? Or I was like, the people I was working with, like, you can have a job in Dallas. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to move to Dallas. I was like, 1 year, I can do anything for 1 year. If I hate it, I can move back. So I ended up moving here and I loved it. So that was 6 years ago. So I've been here. Yeah.
Wow.
December will be 6 years.
And rewind a little bit. Y'all have been friends like
oh, yes.
for
I
a
think
long time.
Since when? 2010?
10.
Yeah.
oh wow, that's a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. It was so random. I was a driver on a rally, a road rally. It was across the country. It was New York to LA. So we started in New York and, rallied across the U.S. basically. We ended in L.A. and we had an after party for the rally at this nightclub. It was called Eden, correct?
And
Eden.
my roommate and her boyfriend at the time were on this road rally. So she's like texting me. She's like, you have to meet these 3 girls. It was her and her sisters. She's like, you have to meet them. They're so awesome. And I was living in LA at the time. So I was like, yeah, I'll come to the party. So I came to the party. I had already met her sisters before. So I had met Danielle finally at this party and it just kind of went from there.
Yeah. And
Wow.
I have twin sisters, by the way. So a lot of people ask about that.
Okay.
Twin
So,
sis.
I have twin sisters, yes.
Sisters. Okay.
And that's how we all met.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
where we bring Cruz into
They
the
were doing,
mix.
Yes.
Cruz was doing their hair. So then Cruz started doing my hair. And I was driving from Austin to come see him because I was like, I hate Austin, get me out of here. And then the rest is history.
And I
pretty
did
much.
Danielle's hair too
Yeah,
when
you
she first
did.
moved to
You
Dallas.
did. Back when I had the bleach blonde with the black underneath.
Oh,
I
The
did that
Moto
too.
Ho hair.
Yeah, the Moto Ho hair, guys. And then,
Moto
and then I
Ho.
added a feather for extra
Oh
effect.
yes, the feather.
Feather.
Wait, what
Bring
did
it
you just
back.
call this?
The
Moto Ho.
What does that mean?
It's like a groupie for motocross riders.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I would think of it as the Christina Aguilera dirty hair.
Yeah,
That's what I.
that's what it looked like.
Yeah,
that's like that, yeah.
exactly
I
what
had
it
that
was.
too. Yeah.
So that would be the term for it, but every single girl that was like a moto ho, yeah, they all had that hair.
Moto ho.
You know, the
Moto.
layered tank tops, the
Yes.
jean skirts, the belts, the Ugg boots. That's the whole look.
Funny.
With jeans with the cross on the
Yes.
on the
Oh, that was me. So
Big
2005.
stitching.
Oh, yikes! Yes.
I love it though.
Yes, I dated a professional motocross rider for 10 years.
No way.
So I was in that circuit. I got to
Wow.
see them all in all of their glory. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
I know absolutely nothing about motocross. Like I can't even believe that. I mean, I know it exists, but I have never thought of it.
There's a huge
know
following.
nothing.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
like
it's-
their tour is like insane. They sell at these stadiums and it's like
What?
kids,
AT&T
adults, like
Stadium, and
Yeah.
they
yeah,
totally
it's crazy.
converted.
And
They bring all the
put
dirt in.
in. They do the hills. It's pretty cool.
That's
I mean, people, they come to only the big towns. So, they come to Dallas. So you get all the good old girls from Oklahoma City that come down from Norman. So you see all walks of moto ho life. They come
Excellent
from the
people watching.
woods.
And
It is
so-
amazing.
they like follow the drivers and are like the groupies.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, girl.
Yeah. So they'll come, you can get like go into
No
the pit
way.
and like get all the
What?
riders will like
Stop.
sign the
Yeah.
stuff.
Sign your boobs.
Yeah, your boobs, your
So
kids' helmets.
the
and,
good
like,
looking ones get in. So they'll pick their favorite rider, right? So they'll follow their favorite rider. And
What?
sometimes sometimes it's tough to get behind those gates. So they'll start with
the driver.
the truck driver.
Oh,
They'll
the
start
truck driver
with the
gets
truck
some
driver,
action.
right?
Good
so they
for
get a little
him.
action. So then they sneak in with the truck driver. Then they'll move on to say the mechanic of the said rider. Oh yeah,
Stop.
girl. It's a whole
Oh my
it's a lifestyle for these girls. It is insane. I used to get all the fan mail. So back in the day for the young people out there.
Can you say who your ex was?
Yeah, his name was Josh DeMuth.
Okay.
Yeah, we are
Josh
still good
DeMuth.
friends.
Oh,
Good
nice.
friends to this day. Yes, we've stayed close. Didn't work out. Athletes are difficult to date. I know
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
wants one, but when you have one,
You don't want them
it is
anywhere.
hard. So I dated him on and off for 10 years. I did his fan mail. So I would read the
What?
letters from these girls. And it was some of the most amazing yet scary things that I would ever read. This is before sliding in the DMs. You had to actually take out a pen and paper. And sometimes they would send photos of themselves, like sending a nude, but with their
Like a
camera.
picture.
Right.
A
And so-
real
hard
picture. For those of you that
copy.
don't know
Yes,
what a
yes,
picture
Yes,
is,
you have to develop those
Develop.
at like your local CVS or Eckerd.
And Rhonda's they're behind the desk, like, oh my God, look at this picture.
Right? And then I'm like, Olivia, I mean, some of these photos are wild. I'm like, who is taking these?
before selfies.
Yeah, there was no
Yes.
tripod.
There
This
was
is
no
how
selfie.
thing got Sylvester Stallone. What's her name? The tall Danish. Why can't I think of her name?
Flavor
No.
Flav's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
Yes.
Bridget
Nielsen.
Nielsen,
Okay,
yes.
That's
yeah.
how she got
Famous?
That's how she got Stallone.
with fan
Because
mail?
they dated.
Really?
She knew where he was. She was shooting something, and she knew he was going to be in the hotel, and she sent him one of
Nude
those
photos?
pictures.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. See, it does work, Danielle.
Trust me, guys. I know it works. I'm very, very aware. That's why.
So is it
hard.
when there was like a hot chick that sent a naked pic? Would you
Yeah.
give it to him? Would you show him?
I mean, yeah, why not? I would show him and be like, look at this hoe. Oh, where's she from? Omaha. That's a new one. We get a lot of Des Moines, a lot of Omaha, a lot of the small town girls that, this was like their mecca is to date a dirt bike rider, be in the limelight, be in the scene, be seen.
So amazing to me. Yeah, I can. So.
It's a lot to
Is he
digest.
still writing?
No, he's not.
He
No.
only has one leg now.
Yeah. He had a really bad accent. This is
I
actually
mean, it's not funny. It's not. But
this is actually a very unique story.
Oh my.
So I was his power of attorney for a very long time, and he never changed it. So I get a random phone call from a hospital, and they're like, "Hey, your boyfriend or husband, we're not sure, has been in a really bad accident, and he's in basically an induced coma. You need to get here right now." I was currently dating somebody, so I rushed over there, and I'm saying his name, and they're like, "No, we don't have that guy here." I'm like, "Well, what kind of accident?" They're like, "It was a motorcycle accident." I'm like, "Motorcycle? This is like what 6, 7, 8 years later."
yeah, this
Yeah.
is like
Gosh.
far after. you
far
guys broke up.
after. So I'm like, motorcycle. Is it Josh? And they're like, yes. So they take me back there, and the doctor says, listen, there's so much metal in his body, we don't have the capability to screw anything more to this leg, and he now has staph in the ankle. We have to take the ankle. I said, I can't make that call. He's an athlete. This is his livelihood. I cannot say to take the. That's not my right.
Gosh.
So I leave. They call me back. They're like, it's now at the knee. Would you like to cut it
Oh
off,
my
or
God.
do you want it to keep spreading?
Are you freaking
So
out?
imagine that you are in
my
a
God.
one minute you're riding your motorcycle, next minute you wake up to your ex-girlfriend from years ago sitting there waiting.
Cut it off.
Yeah.
Hey, I told him to take your leg.
I
And you're
mean,
missing a limb.
right. And then it's just, I mean, for him, I don't even know what was going through his mind. Probably he was on so much morphine. He probably wasn't. He probably thought it was a
God.
dream, right? The devil, more like it. Satan in the flesh. So, and then I said, listen, here's the deal.
What happened was-
And then it was a whole thing, and he continued to ride with from the knee down.
Wow.
Continued to ride, continued to win. He is
Which leg was it?
It's
The
his left.
So
He
he
was-
could ride still.
He was a superb athlete. He was an
Wow.
amazing athlete. I would give him. I mean, wakeboard, nailed it. Backflip on the trampoline, nailed it. Anything he did, he was amazing. So he was very talented. And then he got in another accident, and now it's from the hip. So
Oh,
he finally said,
that's it.
He's a
this
daredevil.
should be it. This should be it. But he's doing well. He's doing really well. Yeah.
That is wow.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
I'm telling you,
I went
these girls
left.
have some stories.
That is
But that's
crazy.
I've never heard anything like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine waking up in the hospital and it's your ex from like so long ago and
You
you're like,
have one leg.
That would
I
be
did
my
tell him
worst
to take the
nightmare.
leg.
And then his new girlfriend comes running in, and then the first thing she sees is me sitting
Oh
there.
my
It was a whole
gosh.
fiasco. The doctor was like, "We'll just leave this one alone."
like, we'll give y'all a minute.
yeah, yeah. It was
Whoa.
that's real life, guys. That's real life.
That's amazing. Wow.
Okay.
I'm
Moving
trying.
on.
Whew, how did we get there?
That's how they met.
Oh, that's right. We're just there.
Yeah, that's how as far as we've gone.
Wow. All right.
We're on how where she
right.
works.
Oh yeah, Twin Peaks.
I feel like I have to have you guys on monthly. To
Oh
get,
my
like,
God.
You got to get the monthly dirt, guys.
Yeah.
They could just be our gossip
I'm
segment.
saying. I'm
Yes.
telling you.
Yeah.
We know all
It's
the
so
tea.
fun when we get together.
Yeah, it's a 4 hours
We
of fun.
kept telling everyone, we're like, you should be scared. Oh, you should be scared.
I put on my Instagram, I said, me and Olivia are going live. I hope we like you. You know, and a lot of
Really
people,
bad day for you.
a lot of people responded. They're like, hey, girl, remember me? Remember when I shared my Pez dispenser with you in second grade? I'm like, no, nah, bitch.
It is scary because I talk about all my exes on here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sorry.
by the way, it's not live. We can cut out if we say
Oh,
something.
perfect.
Oh, no,
So
no
I'm
need to
just
cut.
saying.
Actually, ironically, I am good friends with almost every single one of my exes. I am still friendly. and we still talk. We're
for
still
you,
good.
Danielle.
There's just one that I am
What happened
not
with
okay
that
with.
one?
Oh, he is girl. Catch him in your front yard on Fridays. He's the garbage man. Literally, he is the fucking worst.
What
I was
did
like, he actually
do?
is the garbage man.
No. He's just a garbage
No,
person.
we don't even have to talk about him because that's how much of a garbage
Yeah,
human he
he's
is.
just
We're
guys.
not talking about it. Can we talk about
mean,
it a
we
little
can.
bit?
Yeah, we could talk about
I
it
mean,
a little bit.
we don't want to give him that satisfaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, but we kind of want to know.
yeah, he's just a real piece of shit. Like
What did
there's
he do?
Is this your most recent?
no. Actually, is he? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know, I
Cruz-
think there
I mean,
would
the
some
most
other men
recent,
would
like-
disagree that they wouldn't be the most recent, but we can go with that.
Yeah, he was the most the one I guess that people knew that I was dating,
Yeah,
not
there
the
you go.
not the side dudes.
There you go.
But yes, he was. Cruz knows him. I'm pretty sure you might know him.
Is it who you just told me?
yeah.
Yeah, I do know his
God, let's let
Well,
everyone get
I
on your
one time
Instagram.
threw a pork chop at him at
Yeah.
a very nice restaurant
Yeah,
across
she
the
did.
table.
You did that?
Yeah, I stopped it and I threw it.
Stop.
Yes.
Yeah,
Where? What
We were in
restaurant?
Cabo.
We were in Flora Farms in Cabo. So every mother and housewife and husband was just watching as I stood on my chair and threw it across the table.
It
at
was
him.
a sight. It was a
Oh
sight.
my
It was a
gosh.
scene. It was a scene.
Did you guys run into him by accident? Or
No.
No, he was on the
That's when
trip
they were
with us.
together.
Yeah.
That's when they were
That's right.
together.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that is the word.
That is it.
Yes, that. He was just a wolf in sheep's clothing. He was very witty, had a big personality, very sweet.
Very
Very-
charismatic.
Yeah, well, I'll give him credit where credit's due. He was very charismatic. He kind of lured me in. He's covered in tattoos. It's kind of my style. And then once I was in,
Well,
it was like,
I mean, you are way.
I mean, he's
up-
got game. You got to
I
give it
said
to
that.
him.
yeah,
He's got game.
But when I look at him, she's way out of his league.
Yeah, everybody said that.
I know. Oh, well, you know what? This is so.
Yes.
I've dated the athlete. I've dated the super rich. I've dated the homeless artist. Right, like the guy that's like going to go for his guitar career. I was like, let's give the fat guy a chance. let's give the fat ugly guy a chance.
Yeah, until he wants you to make you 100 sandwiches a day.
And I was like, all
It's
these hot
tiring.
dudes, these hot tatted bad boys that I'm so attracted to, they treat you like shit, right? So I'm like, let's give the fat ugly guy a chance. And he was the worst one. I went right back to the tattooed bad boys that were like garbage people. But I mean, he was just
Why was he the worst?
Yeah.
oh.
Like just like two things. Like off the top of your head.
Let's see, we bought a house together. Yeah. It
What?
gets bad. And he didn't put my name on it. So when we sold the house, he took every single penny, girls. And I wasn't just living there, I was invested.
Oh,
So
no.
yeah, and because I am a cocktail waitress, it's all cash, right? It's not like I wrote him a check. So
you can't trace it.
cash is untraceable. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
So he took the money and ran,
right?
right?
Back to Austin.
Ran right back to Austin. And I asked him, I'm like,
that's really low.
hey, the real estate agent said that you got a $42,000 check. Am I going to see any of that? And he's like, yeah, nah. Yeah. And then he tried to reach out to me not that long ago with, are you over your bullshit yet? Is what he said on the text message. And I
Wow.
said, unless you're messaging me with a routing number with the money you fucking owe me, lose my number. Fucking loser. Yeah, he was the fucking worst. But it's okay, girls, because my dad's like, listen, you lost money. You can always make more. There's always more to be made. This person's going to die alone unless he pays a hooker to marry him. And that's the kind of girl that's going to marry this person, is somebody that he's going to have to pay.
Oh my God. He was like, there was no furniture in the house and he was sleeping in the living room on a love sack.
Yeah, because I had all the furniture was mine. So when I moved out, I took all the furniture.
Good for you.
So I came back to the house to go check on it one day, and there was one towel, some soap, a love sack.
All shoved under the counter.
Yeah.
We're like, what is this?
Yeah, he was
Oh my
literally
God.
coming back and like throwing pool parties at our old house with no furniture on the inside, and I guess sleeping on this love sack. That's the kind of he's a special breed of human. It's just
And how long did
Yikes.
you date?
Oh God.
oh
not
god,
even not even a year.
not long enough.
Well, that's good.
Oh no, you guys, he proposed to me.
Oh.
Yeah,
yeah.
he knew what he had.
How did
knew
he
what had.
propose?
He was in
Oh.
love.
Oh my god!
Like
How did he?
literally, okay, have you ever seen that movie Big Daddy?
Yeah.
You know when Adam Sandler, like he's about to propose, like he's coming for the surprise party, and
Yeah.
Adam Sandler walks in first, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, surprise, and she starts crying, and the guy walks in 10 minutes later and everyone's like, oh, surprise. And then he starts making the speech and he's like, Adam Sandler's like, you're not proposing, are you? That was me at the proposal.
Swear to God.
I'm like, there's no way. There's no fucking way. I'm like,
so there was just no thought. It was in our backyard. And I was running around.
Didn't make sure her whole family was there.
Didn't invite my family. Just told my dad and my stepmom. Didn't invite any of my other family members, which he knows I'm extremely close to. Invited all of his friends. They all knew, of course.
Told us it was like a huge secret that nobody knew. That's why he couldn't tell. Come to find out, I'm getting my hair done, and Chris and I are talking about it. I was like, yeah,
he's already seen the ring.
He had the ring in the club. In the club. I was like, oh, good to know.
So I'm like running around lighting candles. So I don't have any shoes on. I'm dressed cute, but like no shoes. And he's like, hey, we're going to make this announcement. Like, everybody come out back. And I was like, oh, okay. And everyone's like with their phones. So I'm like, we were just making a nice announcement. Next thing I know, and I'm literally in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, guys, so I didn't know about this and I'm wearing this. You knew about this and you chose to wear a backwards hat, not comb your hair, jorts, and a fucking UT collared shirt. This is what you chose and you knew this was happening. That's how like much of just selfish, like no thought kind of piece of shit this guy is. You guys, I can't deal with thieves and liars. And this guy was
so the one you're not friends with.
He's the only one I'm not friends with. I will be friends with him when he gives me my money back.
Right.
Once that happens, slate is clear. I'll quote unquote move on with my bullshit. But until then, oh God, you guys, and everybody said that, like, why are you dating this guy? And I'm like, his personality's so great. That's what you say when you're talking about ugly people, right? Oh, their personality's great. You'll love him. Just wait. And then his personality,
so funny.
But when his personality faded after he locked it in, and then it was just now you're fat, ugly, and you suck.
Yeah. You have to pick
a
one
struggle.
Like you cannot have all three.
Pick a struggle.
I feel so bad for anybody who's going to date this person in the future.
Poor girl.
I pity her. I feel so bad for you, girl. Don't let the VP title date the broke artist. They'll treat you nicer.
Struggle.
I love it. Struggle.
YOLO.
So, okay.
I was waiting for that. I've been waiting for this for
that's
so
the first
long.
thing she said when I picked her up. She's like, oh, I can't wait for Cruz to ask me who I hate the most.
I was like, I had a dream that he asked me and I already had a fucking answer. She goes, oh, we already know. She goes, don't give him any glory. I was like, it's not about giving him any kind of glory or
it's just to heal.
It's to heal and it's to spread a warning to anybody in the future. Do not let the vice president of the company title fool you. Don't let the tattoos lure you in. He is charismatic and he's extremely smart, but smart people are calculated. And he is extraordinarily calculated.
So now I'm interested. I want to know what else is terrible about him.
I mean,
like sexually?
Is it small?
Oh, girl.
I mean, when you're a big man, it must be hard to find, I'm sure.
I mean, it's not the smallest, but it's definitely not something to write home about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I put in all the work. You guys, I don't even really know.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
So, everyone, why did we date? So we went to Tulum, a group of us, and we were involved in a cartel shooting.
We called this trauma fucking.
So yeah, we had an experience together, which kind of gave us like this weird bond,
Where
right?
were you when that happened?
In Tulum.
Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Can we
Tell us
touch
that.
on that?
Yeah, we can touch on that. So my girlfriend random comes to me. She's like, "Hey, we're going to Tulum in a week. You want to come?" I'm like, "Yep." No details. Don't care. Don't even know who's going. So it ends up being like 4 girls, and
She's
then
like this person that I always dream to be. Like, just do it.
yeah,
Don't
no.
worry about it.
I was like, where are we going? Tulum. Cool. Bikinis. What time? 8:30 a.m. I'll be there. So we get to the airport. I find out that this said person is on the trip, and I found out he was paying for the Airbnb, and it was very, very beautiful. He did an amazing job.
So he does well.
He does do well. He is extraordinarily smart, and he is very good in business. I will give credit where credit is due, and he is extraordinarily good there. So I literally look at him. We are at DFW Airport. I look at him and I said, "Listen,
I almost went on this trip.
So did I. I ended up going to Vail instead.
So I look
you
at
weren't
him.
there either.
No, I was supposed to go. I actually canceled my flight, and I ended up going to Vail with a group of friends instead because I was like, I'd rather go to Vail. It's snowing. It's so fun. We're going on a jet. I'm like, it's jet, American Airlines.
That was easy.
That was
So
really easy. I was like, cancel.
I get to the airport and I've known him for a while. We'd been, I guess acquaintances, friendly, right? I knew him from the club. And like I said, he's very, very charismatic. So I looked at him dead ass and I go, listen, I'm not one of those girls. I'm not going to suck your dick or fuck you for accommodations. I will take out my own American Express and get a hotel. I'm just not one of those girls. So if you think that I'm on this trip to fuck you, that is absolutely not happening. He's like, oh, no, it's not like that. It's not like that, right? Very cool. I was like, oh man. So we were all bonded. We had a really good time. Day 2, we're at this little bar that we were at the day before, and we met this girl on the beach. So it was just the girls. He was like, listen, we have friends at another bar. I'm going to walk to this other bar. I'm going to grab them. Stay here. I'm like, okay. So it's just me and 4 other girls. And the night before, they did this like street performance. It was really loud, and they're banging stuff. So anyways, we hear, it obviously was gunshots, but nobody even moved because we're like, oh, street performance. This is amazing. And there's 2 more rang out, and I'm like thinking, that's a gun recoil. There's no fucking way. We looked to our left. They were already approaching the bar. We could physically see them. So me and my girlfriends literally flipped this table over and we're like hiding behind the table. Now, remember, we don't know if they're killing tourists, if they're robbing people, if they're just shooting people. We have no idea why they're doing what they're doing, but shots are just being exchanged left and right. And you can just hear people are screaming. It was just like it was a whole scene. I mean, grown men trampling girls to get away. People were just, it was like cockroaches, right? When you turn the light on, everyone scatters. So we're just sitting behind this table. Everyone's crying. No one really knows what's going on. And we still don't know. Are they raping people? Are they taking people? We don't know. And the shots ceased for about, I don't know, a couple seconds. And that's when we just ran. Everybody just ran.
Oh my God.
So I'm running.
That's so scary.
I have no shoes on.
Oh my God.
My girlfriend gets trampled. She ends up cracking her kneecap because people are just, they're terrified. So I end up finding this little Hispanic man, and he's like waving me down. He's trying to call me into his home. And at this point, I have no phone, no purse, no shoes, no friends. I don't speak the language. So I'm just like, and his little girl comes out and she's like, come inside, safety, safety. So I crawl in there and they shut this like metal door. And then I realize nobody's with me. So, and we have no phones.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, got to go back out there.
How long ago was this?
This was March 2018.
Good.
Oh,
19,
wow.
2019.
Mm,
It was
think it was
March.
18.
I think
it was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, I ran back out there and I found my first girlfriend that was trampled. She literally couldn't walk. And guys, listen, I can't pick up my dog food on a good day. Like I'm like, tell my
She
boyfriend,
shattered
baby.
her kneecap?
Yeah. I'm like, baby, I'm like,
Wow.
come get this dog food. I can't lift it. Well, I saw her. She was laying face down. I picked her up like she was a fucking feather, and I had
Your
her.
adrenaline.
And yeah, and it's true. What people always say, like fight or flight, or like, oh man, if I was there, I would. But you don't know until you're there, and then that's when like the true self comes out, right? So I've got her on my shoulder. I find my other friend. She's behind a tree. Grab her. We all go in the house. Shut the door back. Realize we're still missing one. So go back out there. She is hiding in the bathroom, like inside of the bar. And the bar is just broken glass, broken tables. People are crying. People are looking for people. It was just fucking madness. And then we grab her, we get back to the house, and everyone's just silent. Like no one's even speaking. Shots are still going. Then we hear the police. We can see the lights through the cracks of the door, if you want to even call it that. It was like a hut we were sitting in. You could see the bedroom, the kitchen, and the toilet. There were no doors or no walls. So we just sat there, and then the daughter brought a first aid kit out. It was just yeah, it was
How
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah. And people always say, oh man, Tulum, it's so dangerous. Would you go back? Yeah, I would go back.
I mean, that stuff happens on McKinney Avenue.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
It's
And if
true.
it's your time, it's your time. And, I got back 2 weeks later, there was a shooting at the nightclub I worked at. Some guy shot the valet guy just for no reason. Another month later, another guy shot another guy at a club I was at. It's just, when it's your time, it's your time. So you have to just live your best life.
So,
Damn.
and
That's
he
crazy.
was
And I've heard this story before, and still.
It's still,
That's
it-
crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. And PTSD from that was just unreal. It was just very, I'm still very skittish. Like when people sneak up behind me, or I'm very, I collect guns. I have guns. I'm a gun person, but still that sound is very, it sticks with you. And the screams and the people and like some movies that I watch that have that kind of stuff in it, it just like brings you right back.
So
Yeah.
so now it's the 4 girls in that hut.
Yes.
And then what?
And so the guy my ex-fiance, not at the time, but he was at a different bar and we had no communication. My girlfriend, like we had no purses, no phones, no anything. So after the whole fiasco, we ended up rounding everybody up and going back to this big Airbnb. And like we all of us slept in like basically a closet. We didn't even sleep. We just sat there and every sound, every movement, it was crazy.
Ow.
Yeah.
So your ex-fiance,
Yes.
did he come looking for
Just
you
say
guys?
ex.
He did.
Ex.
Yeah.
Ex.
Yeah.
Ex is a better word.
He did. Yeah, he did. After everything was kind of settled down, he did. He came running towards the bar that we were at, and we were kind of running out. So he did. He was good in that aspect. So all of us girls ended up leaving the next day. Obviously, like our
Like,
parents
fuck
were like,
that.
yeah, our parents were like, get your asses home, like
Yeah.
And
immediately.
I'm in Vail, like getting a text. And
So-
I'm like reading all this. I'm like, what is going
Oh
on
my
down there?
gosh.
I'm like, oh my god.
I was like,
So
before
is
you
this
hear it on the
Tulum
news,
downtown or
this
Tulum
is
Beach?
exactly it's Tulum downtown, correct? And so our cab driver that drove us back to the Airbnb dropped us off. He didn't know anything. Well, the next day, our private driver that we had hired, he was like, "Oh, were you guys downtown?" And we're like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, there's this invisible line between the bars, and one side of the cartel does one side of the bar, and the other one does the other. So there's a north and south, and 2 different cartel groups do their part." So I guess the night before, one of the guys crossed that little invisible line, was selling to a bar that they didn't have the rights to. So the next day, they came in and just
wow.
opened fire and they shot at each other. They shot at tourists. They shot anybody that was in the. They're just spraying bullets. So it was just kind of whoever was in the way.
Did you
Oh my
see
God.
any bloodshed or anything?
Oh yeah, I literally jumped over a guy that got shot through the neck. He was just laying there, like there were just bodies, blood. It was just. Ugh.
Wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And they use automatic weapons, so it's not like it's single fire. It is just it is rapid. And they were so close to us, like you could hear the bullets hit the ground. You can hear the recoil in the gun. They were not they were close, and you were like, do I run or do I just stay? I don't know.
You don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do. But he did come. He did kind of come. But the first red flag with that was we all left the next day. We were so terrified, and he stayed, guys.
Yeah, for like
He
5
stayed
days.
for like 5 more days. Like, all right. Like, okay. I don't know.
I got
But-
this
To each their
Airbnb.
own.
Yeah, I got this Airbnb. No, he left the Airbnb. He went to like a whole different city or country.
I think he went like to Cancun.
Yeah, he
or
went to like
something.
Cancun to meet up with some more. I don't know. It was just that was the red flag, guys. I mean, the new thing with social media is like, what was the number 1 red flag? That should have been my number 1. But the reason
She was
why
seeing green,
Yeah.
all green flags.
I was like, oh, this is great. But we made that special bond. And I think that's why, because I do read people and I mean, I'm not a dumb chick. I cover my bases, but I let him in because of that situation. When you go through something like that with somebody, you have that
Is
bond.
it trauma bonding?
Right. Oh, she calls it trauma fucking. I called it trauma bonding. So I kind of let little things slide that I was like, that doesn't, no, I don't, that's probably a red flag. But I was like, oh, no, this is great. Like we did this whole thing and yeah. And I let it slide. And we stayed together for 9 months, maybe?
Too long.
Too long. But
Too long.
Yeah.
Because
he-
you really don't put up with any kind of bullshit.
I don't put up
Like,
with
you don't.
no bullshit. I am a no nonsense type of
So-
girl.
Besides the house, I mean, that you bought, that you found that out later, what happened in between there?
He just, I don't know.
Did
Sister,
he
what do you think?
cheat?
No,
Oh,
no,
I mean,
no,
like
no.
it was. She
cheating.
would get home from work, and she would like it's 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and there'd be 75 people in her house, and like he didn't even ask
Girl.
if he could have like one, let alone
Yeah.
the entire
I don't
club.
Like I'd get out of the nightclub and everybody I wait on is drunk and on drugs and sloppy and stepping on my feet. I just want to go home to my sanctuary, and I open the door and there are like 50 people in there from the club.
Oh no.
Girls are wearing my clothes.
Oh my God.
Like
yeah,
my mink coat, not even like some Lulus, like my mink coat, like walking around my house, just
I
and then
cannot handle that.
and then I'm the bad guy, right? I'm like, okay, shut it down. Like I'm fucking tired. Then his ass wakes up. He goes back to Austin. Well, guess who gets to clean up the entire mess, right? It's like just cigarette butts and just shit
my God.
everywhere. And that was happening like every Friday and Saturday. And he would get up on Sunday and just go right back to Austin. And I was left with this mess. And some of the friends were cool and they'd like kind of help clean up. But I was just, stuff like that. Like he'd come back from Austin and be like, well, why is this piece of clothes on the floor? I'm like, okay. I'm like, the refrigerator's full, the pool's clean, the house is perfect. Like, oh, hi, good to see you too. You don't lift a fucking finger, but you have a lot of demands. You know, the dick ain't that good. Your dick better be much bigger when you speak to me like that, sir. It better be this big. Better be this big when you speak to me like that. Lower your fucking tone.
Oh my God.
Yikes, he's going to really love this.
Shout out. We still
Shout
hate
out.
you.
We never said his name. That's
Yeah, he'll know.
He'll know.
Everybody knows.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows what. Everybody in this town
I
knows
think
what
she posts it
happened.
on our Instagram probably once a month. With
Yeah.
his full name. So I'm
Yeah.
sure everybody
I
knows.
tag him on my Instagram. He knows. Everyone knows, and he still likes to tell people, "Oh no, that's not how it went. That's not how it went."
What
No.
does he say? What
He thinks he is just
God's gift.
yeah. He thinks that he created
Love
this
those
amazing
guys.
life for. Well, you had a house and a car and this and that and the other, and I was no, sir, no. Yeah, he thinks that that's the way it's supposed to be.
Are you
Right.
dating now?
I am dating now.
You have a boyfriend?
I do have a boyfriend.
Nice.
Yes, I do. And he is the most kind human. He does not have a mean bone in his body. He grew up on a cattle ranch in a small town. He is just the sweetest. What?
How long are you dating?
Technically,
Oh, look at me. That's your relationship.
Technically,
I am not a
since what,
timekeeper.
October? No, December.
I mean, you want to be real?
December. I was seeing two guys at the same time.
I would say probably January.
I was seeing two guys at the same time.
Which is fine. If
Yeah.
you
Right.
you're
Well, I was
allowed to
dating.
say
I was
2
dating
guys.
around. I didn't really want to. I had so much PTSD from the last
Right.
one, right? Being so sweet and having
Right.
such a bond, and then him turning into a different person. That when I met anybody, I'm just like, ugh, yeah, no,
Right.
right. The red flags. I had all the walls were up, the guard was up. So when I met him, I was seeing somebody else too simultaneously, and
Then you picked the one
well, he
you
gave
wanted.
he gave me an ultimatum.
He gave her the old like,
Right.
it's me or nothing.
So he in the dick department with this one, it is phenomenal. It is. He can speak to me in any tone he would like to. He is absolutely. Ugh. So I was like, yeah, no, I call it sport fucking. So I was like, yeah, I like to sport fuck you because I'm kind of. He knew I was seeing somebody else and the whole thing, and he literally sat down. He was like, I'm done with this. It's either me and the dick or none of it. I'm like, well, can the dick stay or is it like attached to the body? He's like, no, it's attached. And I literally had to have a look at myself. I'm like, can I let this go? Can I know somebody else is getting this and I'm going to be okay with it? And the answer was no.
No.
So I was
you
like, okay,
checked.
I'll be your girlfriend. Fine. And so then I had to cut the other one off, even though I really liked the other one. It was just that was a whole different mess. But yeah, so now he won, and he's just, he literally is like, we can literally sit on the couch for 2-3 hours, not even turn the TV on, and just laugh and banter. And we have a lot in common, but we have a lot not in common, it was fun.
Good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know.
Good thing after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. And he's 6'1", he's blue-eyed, he's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
No
for you.
tattoos.
Good
No
for you.
tattoos. I'm
No
pushing
tattoos.
it.
Yeah.
I'm pushing
Yeah.
it hard.
What will they say next? Welcome to the Two Posh Podcast.